Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do a little before bed nighttime stretch with a Pilates roller. Now you could do this also with a block, sort of, but this to me is really the way to go for this. So if you have one, grab that sucker. If you don't, I posted a link down below where you can get one for a very reasonable price, I'm sure, off of Amazon. Anyway, let's get started. Okay, here we go. We've had a hard day. We're a little tense, we're a little tight, we're a little, stressed, and we're going to go to bed. So sometimes just jumping into the bed doesn't work so well at that point. And a little bit of decompression, hopefully that doesn't involve vast quantities of drugs and alcohol, will get us into a better place. So I have a Pilates roller here. This is just about as cheap as I get. I mean, it's a foam roller, pretty firm, but it's all you need. I got a link down below for these guys. And by the way, please like and subscribe, leave comments, leave likes and stuff like that. I think that it's just cool to have some sort of interaction with the audience. And also let me know if there's any other things that you want me to cover as I go through this progress. So I find the neck is a problem. It just is. It gets beat up a lot, driving the car, sitting at the computer. So the Pilates roller under the cervical curve like this is really good. You can just relax, and what it does is it just encourages that natural curve in the cervical neck. And you can kind of just lay here and let that, you can roll your head side to side and drop your chin, so you're kind of lengthening as you're getting that, that curve just reinforced. It also gives you a little bit of expansion because the head sits on the neck, the compression, the neck just gets it. It's not there are those who would say we're not fully evolved as bipeds yet, and I think that if that is the case, the neck, the knees, problems. So yeah, just lay here, let that rest. Now, in typical yoga breathing, you breathe in and out through your nose. But in sort of a forced exhalation, which they do in a lot of different types of pranayama, in order to really clean the lungs out, it's a double exhale through the mouth. So you could do it here. You could inhale, big inhale. Empty all the air out. Inhale again. One more time. And then just get into your natural breathing. Good. And then we're just going to roll up on this roller. Take our arms overhead. And now you don't need to have straight arms here. We're not trying to, tension out. You can just you just want your arms up and lifted so that your shoulders open up, so your chest can lift and open up more. And to me, this is the cool thing about the roller. It hits, like the block is flat, so it's going to hit a bigger area when you're laying across it like this or any other way. But the roller being round has a peak at the high point. And you can just sort of position that peak as you go through. So unlike me, who's doing all this talking, you're laying here just really letting your breath smooth out. Nice smooth inhales, nice smooth exhales, just relaxing your mind, relaxing the space between your eyebrows and your forehead. And then we're going to move that roller down a little bit more. So I'm going to just reposition my body so I stay in the shot here. You could do this however you wanted at home. So now I don't like to get right on the peak of the thoracic curve. So that means my thoracic curve is going down into the mat. I like to go to just above that peak of that arc and below the peak of that arc. I don't really like to get right on it. It doesn't feel good for my back. It might feel good for yours. If so, then have at it, but you'll have to play around with that. So I'm kind of at the top part of that thoracic rounding where it's coming up into my into my lower neck, upper back. And you just want to let yourself go limp here. Because the more you tense up, the more you're taking the advantage of gravity helping you out with this opening. You're trying to open the front body. You've probably been sitting a lot during the day, or even if you were, walking or all that stuff, you're sort of head down kind of into it, right? So now I'm going to take this to the low end of my thoracic curve, where it comes up into my middle of my back. And this is obviously feeling a big across the sternum here. Now, you can do back bends, right? We can do Urdhva Dhanurasana or whatever, but we're not trying to, what we want to do is encourage our body to let go. And any of those back bends that you do, they require muscular effort. Unless you're draped across something like this or, something like that, you're going to be using your muscles, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to let go of your muscles. You want all that prana that's been out there in your muscles to withdraw, because that's what happens when you go to sleep. It withdraws from your extremities and your body and your senses, and it goes into your spine and brain. So as we lay here, we don't want to do exercises that are going to excite the prana and get it back out into the other parts of the body. We want to relax and let it withdraw. But we also want to open up our front of our body because we had a day of sitting or whatever. So as many spots as you want to take going down your back here. So I'm going to head down into my lumbar curve right now. So I got this right in that lumbar curve. And it's right above your tailbone. You'll feel it. You can feel when that roller is arcing right into the arc of that curve. And then you let go. So I'm feeling this kind of above a band. Think about a 3-inch band above my navel going across. And then you can do whatever you want with your hands. If you want to bring them in here and kind of, this connective tissue in the front of your body, it shortens up. It pulls you down. So if anytime you want to get up here and work this stuff with your fingers or your hands, you can, but don't tense up down here if you're doing that. That's the art. You let this hang and open while you engage this to do whatever you need to do. Okay, so then I'm just going to head down to my tailbone and get my pelvis to open up a little bit here. So especially if you did a lot of sitting and you were bent at the waist, obviously, this is going to feel pretty good. Here again, I see people do this with a block and they put their feet up. That just takes the back bend out. All I've done is tipped my pelvis into the direction that my spine was. So I want my feet extended. And once I get to this point, I'm pretty much done with this part of it. On my exhales, I just want to see how much I can let go, how much I can surrender my body to gravity and just let it lay across this roller. I'll be ready for a nap after this. Okay, out we go with that. So we've opened up the front of the body. What I think we should do from here is we'll take a happy baby. Making sure that you're really letting go on every exhale. Just see what you can let go of. This is not a kick butt yoga practice here. This is an entirely different situation. Good. From there, and just nice easy twists here. See if you can just let your neck go, your shoulders relax, everything just softens on this stuff. Other side. Good. Hug the knees in, roll off to the side. Nice easy get-ups here. We don't want to herky-jerk around. We're trying to stay relaxed. Extend the legs out. Walk the sit bones back. And just lean into this. Don't round into this. Even if this is as far as you get, right? We just opened up the front of the body. We don't want to collapse into it again, but we want to open our hamstrings up. So just lean into chest down. Even if you're up here, this is cool. And then back off, let them relax. Go into it again. Good. Take a Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Good. Then you're going to come on out of that. You're going to take easy pose. Sit up nice and straight. Take a little seated twist here. Other side. Good. And now, you can either remain seated on the floor, or if it's more comfortable for you, you don't have to do this. You're pretty much done as far as that. You can go lay in bed if you want. But I would take advantage of this, what you've done here, to just take a few minutes, if not more. Close your eyes and practice whatever it is that you do. Pranayama, easy pranayama, not an energizing pranayama, a smooth, relaxing pranayama, a mantra, prayers, whatever it is. Close your eyes. You can take hands together, you can take here. And make that whatever little pre-bed practice you have. All the stuff we do physically, great. It's going to relax you. But where you put your head at, when you can put your head into a good place as many times as you can during the day, the effects of that might very well be more beneficial than any twist or happy baby that you do. It seems so unreal to us because the spiritual process, the spiritual practice is so intangible and nebulous for most of us. A lot of times you'll get that honeymoon in the beginning and you'll feel, oh, this is awesome. But then the long term sets in. And we lose sight. The physical activities are so instantly gratifying in terms of fatigue, sore muscle, muscle gain, weight loss, whatever you're doing. But that spiritual practice, that sadhana, is way more important. All the physical stuff is just there to augment that and make that less stressful, it's just to make everything work better. It's like detailing a car. You start on the outside and then you work in. So the physical practice is just, all you did was wax the car. You didn't do anything else. It's getting in, it's going deeper, where you get into the completing that detoxification, spiritual detoxification, mental detoxification. And anyway, I got off on a little rant there. But anyway, enjoy your sleep. Sleep good. It's good for you to sleep good. So thank you so much. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you next time. Namaste.